Hey everyone, welcome to the Daily for Tuesday, December 6th. I'm Greg Lallis alongside Andrew Wiebe, and we're going to begin in Salt Lake, where longtime MLS midfielder Andy Williams has finally hung up his cleats. After 14 years, number 8 on the assist list, more than 330 games. This is a guy we're going to miss.
Yeah, great career for him. And he said he thought he had another year in him, but it was a salary cap situation for Real Salt Lake. Moving on to be a scout. Nice to see him stay in the league, continue to use his skills and knowledge of MLS to further the game, so to speak.
Always a guy who I think maybe didn't get the due he deserved based on the skill that he brought to every single team he played for. And even when it looked like he was on his way out at Salt Lake a couple of years ago, he hung around and still became a massive part of their team that won the 2009 MLS Cup Championship. Well, let's move on to one of his teammates, actually. Arturo Alvarez was picked in the ReEntry Stage 1 draft, and he's headed off to Chivas USA.
To a certain extent, along with Danley Borman, still has to agree to terms. A bona fide offer has been extended to both, so we'll kind of see where that goes over the offseason. Robin Fraser said he knows that he's heard Arturo Alvarez has wanted to go to Europe, so we'll see how that pans out. Maybe he'll be in Chivas, maybe not.
And another name that was picked up in the draft, Columbus taking New York defender Carlos Mendes. A lot of people actually confused or surprised that he was on the list of re-entry eligible players, but Mendes looking to shore up a little bit in that back line, give them some depth in Columbus. Well, there's other news on the player front. Ian Westlake signing with the Montreal Impact. He was with their team last year, a guy with experience in England.
Yeah, newcomer of the year for them in 2011. Played about 15 games for the Impact, scored 2 goals. I believe actually 13 starts for them. Add them to the team. Nice guy with a lot of professional experience. We'll see how he can impact on the MLS level, though.
He was with Leeds United and also played with Ipswich Town and several other clubs in England. Now, the rumors have been going for about a week now that Lee Young-pyo was going to be joining the Vancouver Whitecaps. It's not officially announced by the Whitecaps, but it did go on FIFA.com and say that it's a done deal.
Yes, it did. And it's a great deal, it appears, for the Whitecaps. Another veteran defender coming to MLS, a guy with plenty of professional experience, PSV Eindhoven, Spurs in England. Hasn't been quite in the spotlight that he was for a while, but you get a guy that can come in and impact your team, a veteran.
Well, there's some rumors out of Mexico that Miguel Sabah from Morelia might also be looking to come to MLS. He's out of contract, a Mexican international with a lot of experience, knows how to score some goals. I'm sure there'll be some MLS teams interested in him. Let's move on a little bit to what did happen yesterday on the field. Clint Dempsey with a historic goal. He scores for Fulham in a 1-0 victory over Liverpool.
It was his 37th in the EPL, passing Brian McBride, now the top scoring American in the top flight in England. Not the prettiest. Pepe Reina spills, he cleans it up, but you'll take it what you can. That's his 3rd all-time against Liverpool.
Every goal counts, that's for sure. A couple of last notes. The new 2012 ball is out. Adidas Prime is what it's called. It's still got the same color scheme, but a little bit of a different design on the ball. It's supposedly made for accuracy and the sure flight of the ball. Adidas even saying that they talked to both strikers and goalies in trying to figure out how to design this ball itself. And also, Extra Time Radio, the latest edition of our podcast, is out. We were joined by Shaori Joseph and Frank Yallop.
Yeah, interesting to hear Shaori talk about his new contract. Going to play under a former teammate in Jay Heaps. Interesting to see where that one will go. And Frank Yallop actually telling us what it was that made them miss the playoffs in 2011. Pretty interesting for that. You can get that on iTunes or Buzzsprout or go to MLSsoccer.com/extratime. That's it for the Daily. We'll talk to you tomorrow.